Hello there, how you doing? Yes. It's been a wonderful, wonderful season. How are you doing? Yes, let me start by the way I say it. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good everything. Don't worry. Yeah, I'm good. Now, today I want to do something. I want to kickstart something, and I'm super, super excited. And you're wondering, what is it? Yes, it's about my book, my fourth book. Yes, I just got it out. It out. Yes, it's in the press. We're working on it, and it will get to you very soon. The official release date is 20th November, just around the corner. But before, I'll be coming your way every now and then now and then, I mean, between now and then, exactly in between, coming, dropping some words of encouragement and sharing some thoughts with you, like to build up to that very moment. Yes. What is the title of the book? Oh, amazing. Hocus Focus on God. That is. Yes. That is the title of the book. Amazing. Isn't it amazing? I'm super excited about it. But I want to share something with you. I won't be long, honestly. I promise I won't be long. But I want to share something with you, and I'll be doing this, like I said, every now and then. Between now and then. Then I mean 20th of November, the official release date for the book, Hocus Focus on God. Yes. I want to share something with you, and I term it capturing moments or capturing the moment. You know, there's something that fascinates me as a human being, who's been on this earth by His grace. Moments that we treasure, some that cost us pain, some that gave us so much excitement. You know, how do you capture them? Follow me. You know how I do it. Follow me. Now, something came to my mind in expressing this thought, with you today. Now, one thing led to the other. Somebody asked me a question. I'll come to that later. But I want to share this with you in answering that question. And I was like, how do I capture moments? How do I tell moments? How do you, when you say capture, it's like practically building a machine that you trap moments. Like moments are like intangible yet tangible substances that you put in a container and you keep them somewhere and you go back to look at them and they remind you of wonderful, yes, you call them memories. I call it miracles. This picture came to my mind. The picture of, I'm going to show you the picture now. Guess who it is? Guess. How many of you know that picture? Yes, Albert Einstein, one of the greatest minds that ever lived on planet Earth in the last century. Let me play it again so that you see it. This picture has always fascinated me. Each time you call that name, Albert Einstein, so many of us, what comes to our mind first is this picture. And I was like, how did he, who captured that moment? Each time you call Einstein, one guy with this kind of hair and his tongue sticking out. And as usual, I went to dig up, to search, the story behind Albert Einstein's most iconic photo. It's been 70 years since the genius physicist now, that is, stuck out his tongue at pesky reporters. Yeah, pesky reporters. The photo turned him into an icon. But what's the story behind this? What's the story? I'm just going to run through it so that we'll see. Actually, he was to be honored. Yes, Albert Einstein was to be honored. That was on his birthday, 72nd birthday. That was March 14th, 1955. So he was to be honored, the great physicist known for E equals to MC squared. Yes, and all that. So he was to be honored, and they got him. over, but they just, paparazzis, they want to get the picture of this guy. He's not a politician, but his thoughts have shaped a lot of things, even in the political sphere, economics, and what have you. And they just like, we want, we want, we want, we want, we want, we want, we want. And somehow he's not given to such things, but it's like, okay, in annoyance, let me or do something that will get this reporters, the photographers and paparazzis and what have you off my back. Shoo, 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 leave, something like that, and let me play that picture again. At the back of a limousine, that's a limousine, he was in the back of the limousine. He just turned and stuck out his tongue, like making fun of them or something, and shoosh. That moment was captured. And it was like trapped in a time machine. And, each time you talk about Albert Einstein, you call that name, what comes to your mind is that picture many a times, even on social media, on mainstream media, what have you. Why am I sharing that story with you? I will tell you why. Yes, this is my iconic photo. A friend of mine, we got talking as a result of my book, Hocus Focus on God, and we were just, so he was like, he's not the first person anyway bringing this up. And he was like, that picture, don't you think it's time? Yes, it's time for you to like change it because it's like everywhere. And I laughed. And I said, I'm going to tell you the story behind this photo, this picture. In my life, I have two photos that are iconic. Two. When the first one, my mom took that of me, and I'll tell you the story. The second one is this one. Yes. The first one, happened after a tragic incident in my life, and God delivered me. I know if you've listened to me talk about my story, you must have heard me talk about that, where my leg was almost amputated and my mom stood holding on to God's goodness and his faithfulness and said, I will not let go. And God came through. And when I was healed, yes, healed, she took me to the neighborhood photographer. Then we used to call him Onye Photo. So she took a picture of me. It's somewhere. Don't worry, one of these days I'll share it with us on social media so that you will see it. Beautiful picture. And this one, yes. How did this picture come about? This picture has a tremendous story behind it. I think I took this picture sometime in 2018. Yes, 2018, 2019. 2017 was a challenging year for me. I talk about it all the time. If you've listened to my story in my books and everything, and all that. I was so depressed. My wife walked up to me. Yes, my lovely wife. I call her my lucky charm. Yes. And said, after all, whatever. I think it's time you give yourself a good photograph. Feel, just be happy and all that. Go out, take a picture of yourself. So I just dressed up that morning. Yes, one morning, just dressed up. Let me bring that picture again. Yes, just dressed up. She made that dress, that shirt I'm wearing. My wife made it for me. Yep. So I now wore the dress. Sorry, the shirt. I beg your pardon. Dressed up, looked at myself in the mirror. Then my hair was not like this. I didn't used to grow my hair like this, but this was where I started growing my hair. Yes. So I went to a studio, and I just sat down. And the minute I sat down, what came to me was my mom's photograph. What happened as my mom took me to the photographer, Onye Photo, the neighborhood photographer, and that shot was taken. And I just stood there and that shot was taken, and I sent it to my wife, and she just fell in love with it. Everything I do, she would tell me, bring that picture. Everything I do, bring that picture. Everything I do, bring that picture. Everything I do, that picture. Hey guys, that's why you see it everywhere around me on my everything I do. If you check, my YouTube channel, Facebook, my profiles, I use that picture. That's the story. Iconic moment. Each time I look at that picture, I'm grateful for the wife God has given to me. I'm grateful for the life He has given to me. The smile is priceless. Hello, guys. Capture those moments. Yes, hocus focus on God. We are making the journey. Come on board, guys. The release date is on the 20th of November. Yes, go ahead. It's on Amazon. Yes. Ingram. Yes, it's there. Go ahead. Follow me this period because I'll be dropping it like, iconic moments. All right, guys. I have to run now. Oh, I'm so excited about Hocus Focus on God. Bye for now.